Hi, hello, namaskar everyone. This is Aditya Bose, your career coach from Toprankers Udan. Today, I'm going to be talking about some of the frequently asked questions of yours and the answers to them. And you'll just have to play along because I know I started this again, but I also want to record this for a larger audience. So I do remember saying Sunday evening, it's not Sunday. I know that. Thank you so much for joining us on a lovely evening. And four questions today I'll be answering over the next 5 to 10 minutes. So quickly to start with. Okay, question number one. What is the right age to start with career counseling sessions? What is the right age? Technically, there is no particular right age, but yes, there is a better age to start with career counseling, which is class 8 to class 10th. The reason is because many of you who are in school and the parents who are watching this, who are uh, parenting class 8 to class 12 students, it's very important to make the right decisions at this point in time. After class 10th, you make the stream choice. After class 12th, you make the entrance exam choice and the college and the course choice. These two choices are very important because by the time you are 18 years of age, you firstly enter a particular degree, a particular course in a particular college. And when you're 22 or 21 years of age, you graduate. Your parents are usually 20 to 30 years elder to you, which means that they're about to retire. And when they're about to retire, at that time, if you go back to them as a student, or if your child as a parent comes back to you and says that, Papa, Mummy, I want to do something very different now. So I'll have to go down the mountain that I have climbed some extent of, and now I'll climb another mountain from the beginning. It will take time, it will take another 2, 3 years to build a career in that new field which you have now chosen from scratch. And at that time, it is going to be very difficult for you to switch fields. I'm not saying it's impossible. I have done that. Many other people have done that. But it's much more difficult than making a choice which lasts you for 3, 4, 5, maybe even 10 years, maybe even more. So it's very important to make the right career choice for the next 5 years at the right time. From class 8 to class 10th, not only do you make a good career choice, but you can also choose your subjects according to your interests, which map with the eligibility criteria of that particular career option. If you start career counseling in class 11th or class 12th, which is the next best time after class 8 to class 10th, at least you can make the right career choice for your entrance exams. You can prepare well for your boards and entrance exams simultaneously. You can choose the right college, you can choose the right course. Okay. So hopefully this answers your question. The best time to take up career counseling is in class 8 to class 10th. After that, the next best time is in class 11 to class 12. And after that, the best timing is even further later. Anytime you can take it up in college, at the age of 35, at the age of 60. But yeah, the sooner you take it, the better it is because the more time you have to make corrections in your career and the more time you have to develop your career with the mindset that you have developed through your discussions with a career coach, the understanding of frameworks of career development will really prove to be a very strong asset for you. Hope that answers your question. Next question. Is PCM still considered as the master of subjects? Very good question, but the answer is thankfully no. It's not. Everybody these days knows that the parents and the educated students who are watching this, the fact that humanities and commerce also open up a lot of options. It's a clear myth if you have watched some of our previous videos, and I'll refer to that in this video as well. The fact that humanities and commerce also have a lot of options available. So it's not that a lot of people will think that PCM opens up a lot of options, but it does not. PCM only opens up two extra options, which is engineering and pure science. So if you don't take a PCM, the only subjects or the only career clusters you're losing out on is engineering, pure science. Technically, you can still pursue engineering, but nobody usually goes through that way of pursuing a diploma and then a lateral entry into an engineering degree. Usually, people who are watching this won't want to go that way. Coming back, if you don't take up PCB, let's also talk about that. If you don't take up PCB, then what do you miss out on? You miss out on medical science. You miss out on, again, pure science. So every stream in science that you take up only adds two more career clusters to your bucket list. But if you take up humanities and commerce, you still have everything apart from engineering, medical science, and pure science open. You still have mass media and journalism, you have film and performing arts, business administration and management, all kinds of humanities and liberal arts. Then you have defense and police forces, army is still open to you, paramilitary forces are still open, police forces are still open, civil services are open, social work, teaching, education, design and fine arts, everything is open. So this is a very big myth that PCM is the master of subjects. It is not. Although if you as a child or if you're a parent of a child who's interested in PCM, PCB, definitely do take it up if it maps with your career choice of engineering, medical science, or any other thing as well. Let's say if you have chosen design, but you're interested to look at it from a scientific perspective, or you're just interested in science, take science up. But if you're not, don't force yourself to take it up just because it keeps options open. That is a very strong message I wanted to pass on to all of you. I hope it rings a bell. Next question, is it okay to switch between different careers in life? Again, a very good question, and the answer is it is okay. But at the same time, is it necessary? The answer is no, it is not necessary. So every career is not linear. You have to understand that there can be different career paths. So let's say me, I started off with engineering, realized it's the wrong career option for me, switched into entrepreneurship and career guidance, and for the last 7 years, I've been doing exactly that. Completely focused on the same field, the same mission, the same vision to educate as many students as possible about different career options, about how to make the right career choice. But there can be people who, in these 7 years, would have changed careers twice or even thrice. Would that have been necessarily bad? The answer is no. Would that have been necessarily good? The answer is still no. We don't know. It totally depends on the person, how much they're enjoying their work, how much their actual ultimate aim is to figure out their passion and to make a contribution to the society through that, and how much their aim is to earn as much money as they have the potential to earn. How much willingness do they have to work hard in that career? All of these factors will determine whether them changing careers or staying in the career is the right move for them or not. So it is a very person dependent thing. But if this career change is working out for you, if it is taken on the basis of a factor which you had not considered earlier, but now you know about it and now you're considering it, if it's a good reason that you're changing this career option, it's a reason based in your personal, moral, lifestyle, social, or practical values, then it is completely okay to have a career change. And the last question for today, if my thoughts ultimately do not align with my career counselor, should I still go ahead with mine or consider the reports? The reports would mean here psychometric reports. And the answer to that is it is completely okay if your thoughts don't align with your career counselor. It is not okay, in my opinion, if you don't talk to the career counselor about it. Because, see, your reasoning sometimes might be based on a relative's advice or a relative's influence or a neighbor's influence. People who don't necessarily know a lot about career options, but they have very strong opinions on career options. So, let's say, giving you an example which is very relevant in the society, if you tell them that I'm choosing humanities in class 11th, and they think humanities, like most of the society thinks, does not have scope. So, they'll tell you that I don't think it has scope. Why are you choosing this? That guy took up humanities, is miserable in his life right now. They'll just give you some two, three very polarized and maybe even wrong factually examples. And since at that time you're so vulnerable, you're probably believing everything that everyone is saying, including the career counselor, including the neighbors. So that is where you'll have to make a call who to rely on for these decisions. The answer should always be career coach. So maybe based on this, if you have changed your mind, or based on something which is very strong, in logic, strong in reasoning, even based on that, if you have chosen a different career option, go to the career counselor, talk to them, tell them that this is the reason and this is the change that you have made. The validation should always come from the career counselor's side. Career counselors are never violated if you choose a career option which they had not suggested. That is not our job to give you a career option that you have to select. Our job is to make suggestions. Our job is to give you data, logic, career guidance frameworks. Using them, you arrive at the career decision. So if our suggestion is not like the first suggestion, if that does not work out for you, there's no problem at all. You come back, you tell us, and based on that, I think all good career coaches will be very happy to give you a career decision which you have chosen based on strong reasoning, which maybe one of those reasons the career coach initially did not think. So, as a parent, as a student, what I suggest to you is if you ever have a change in career option, um, from what you had decided with the career coach in the last session, do take it up with the career coach again. Go forward only with mutual validation because many of those reasons also might be wrong. You have to consider that possibility, especially because you're very vulnerable during the career choosing stage. So I hope that contributes. And thank you so much for watching this live, for giving us your time. We have our contact details written below, so you can ask us these questions over WhatsApp, over email, over Facebook message, and on our Learn Together community as well as our Instagram. Of course, you can also ask these questions as YouTube comments on the platform which I'm hosting this. So um, you have enough platforms to ask us questions. Just make sure that you use these platforms and you're very clear about your career goals. You're very clear about your career uh, options that you have chosen. And wishing you all the very best. Thank you so much to all the parents and students watching this. This is Aditya Bose, your career coach, signing off.